Is Sydney Sweeney okay? Something went seriously wrong on set and may have left her concussed. You think you know Sydney Sweeney, the bubbly breakout star, the rom-com sweetheart, the red carpet glam girl, the controversial jeans ad, and the girl who hooked up with her best friend's man on Euphoria. But here's what you don't know. She didn't just act tough, she literally got concussed doing it. Yeah, buckle up. So here's the deal. Sydney signed on to play Christy, a real-life boxing legend known as the coal miner's daughter. To become her, Sydney gained over 30 pounds of muscle, turned her grandma's shed in Idaho into a homemade boxing gym, and trained like a full-time fighter. But the big headline wasn't actor transforms for role, it was actor gets hurt doing it, because the fight scenes, they weren't fake. We're talking real punches, bloody noses, and an actual concussion. And Sydney talked about it like it was no big deal, saying she got a concussion the way most people say they spilled their latte. Not a stunt double, not special effects, real hits, real pain, real danger. So what's going on here? Well, let's break this down, yeah? Because something is seriously wrong, and not in the cute, oh, she's such a method actor kind of way. More like, why is this even being glorified? First, Hollywood's obsession with authenticity. Sydney literally told her team to make the fight scenes look as real as possible. Translation, hit me for real. That's not acting, that's volunteering for head trauma. Sure, it's bold, but I mean, it's also wild. A concussion, you know, is a brain injury, non-aesthetic. Yet the industry sells it like a badge of honor. They call it, you know, dedication. But really, it's pressure to go so far that you forget where the line even is. Second, the power narrative they're pushing. Sydney said that boxing made her feel alive, which, like, okay, Muhammad Ali, go off. She said she felt, you know, underestimated and wanted to prove she could do more than play the pretty girl, which, okay, yes, like power move, but also slightly a little pick-me energy, am I right? I don't know, because when proving yourself involves risking your actual brain cells, something's a little off there, right? Now, the message becomes, if you want to be taken seriously, you have to suffer. And we've seen that storyline too many times, especially with women in Hollywood trying to prove their worth. Third, the marketing versus reality. The headlines were all about her transformation, the training, the muscle gain, the Rocky style grind. She even produced the film herself, which is amazing. But when the movie dropped, it honestly barely made a dent at the box office. Like, it flopped so hard. It was weak as hell. Barely more than $1 million in over 2,000 theaters. That is so low. And honestly, I personally have no desire to go see it, I'll be honest, but apparently no one else does either. So, like, is that weird? Like, do we all collectively not like this girl? Or are we all just not interested in another boxing movie? Or dare I say, a woman's boxing movie, because we know a man's one eats down every time, and people won't stop watching those. It's honestly still giving like 1950s mentality, but whatever. Then there's the deeper cultural question. We've turned hurt for art into an aspiration. The grind culture of Hollywood plus social media says if you're not hurting, you're not working hard enough. Sydney's concussion becomes a trophy, but what if we leaned instead into, if your job makes you concussed, maybe rewrite the job description, because there is something seriously wrong when your transformation includes head trauma and it's treated like, you know, optional spice. So here's the takeaway, because you know I always drop one. Yes, Sydney Sweeney worked. Yes, she transformed. Yes, she owns her power in a story of, you know, female boxing, underdog rise, breaking ceilings. But we also need to stop romanticizing the broken brain. We need to stop flashing bruises like merit badges. We need to shine light on the consequences behind the highlights reel. If you're out there chasing your big role, your breakthrough, your moment, you can do it without concussions. You can push boundaries without turning your body into a set piece. You can redefine strength without letting your identity depend on getting knocked out for the shot. And ask yourself this, who's really winning when the star wins the round but walks away concussed, right? Because in this game, real fight, fake fight, we're rooting for the one who gets back up, but we should also root for the one who isn't hit in the first place. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm your host, Ashley. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.